In this video, we're going to talk about one of the biggest reasons why people don't keep their word, number one. Number two, we're going to dive into what it improves when you do keep your word. Number three, we're going to dive into what happens when you don't keep your word and how to continue to work on keeping your word. So stay tuned until the end so you can pull as much of these nuggets as possible, apply them into your life, and hopefully improve the keeping of your word that you do to yourself and to others. So keeping your word is a very, very delicate topic. It's something that gets developed over time, especially if you're someone who has not been good at it. You're going to constantly have to keep working on it day in and day out and keeping mental notes of all the things, not only that you say to others, but of the things that you say to yourself as well. So let's dive straight into one of the biggest reasons why people don't keep their word. Now, first things first, just know that there are so many other reasons of why people don't keep their word. But one of the biggest reasons, talking from my personal experience, when I used to have errors in this specific category, is an inability to say no. So sometimes what happens is that when people ask us something, because we always want to make people happy, we tend to not say no. We tend to always say yes to certain things. And what happens when you say yes to certain things? Part of those things you aren't able to follow through, either because you don't have time, either because you forgot, either because you say yes too many times, you're a yes man, whatever that may be. So first step to actually learning and improving this specific realm in your life is being okay saying no and knowing that sometimes it is the best decision to say no. I've gotten to a point myself, and I don't say yes if I know that I cannot do it, or I will not respond if I know that I cannot do it. So if you know that there's something that you know you cannot do or cannot fulfill on, rather don't respond at all or just say no immediately. That's going to help you a lot so you don't put burden onto your shoulders. So first things first, just know that I'm not perfect. Many of these things that I'm sharing with you right now, I used to make errors on these things myself before. I had to correct these errors, become a person that has the corrected version in this specific category of keeping word and being a living example of that, not to people because that doesn't matter, but being a living example of that to myself. So now we're going to dive into the 4 things that keeping your word improves in your life. Number 1, keeping your word improves your accountability, not only to others, but improves your accountability to yourself. If you say that I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, and you wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow, you're constantly adding to your success thermometer, which means that your confidence is building, because success breeds confidence, and confidence breeds habits, and etc. etc. So keeping your word to yourself is very important because it adds accountability. Number 2, it adds credibility. When you keep your word to yourself and others, it adds credibility because people know that when this guy says this thing or when this girl says this thing, they will follow through on it. Very important for credibility because then people know that whatever comes out of your mouth, especially when it comes to something that you have to do, people know that you will fulfill in it. Sometimes you forget, I totally understand. And I go through this sometimes when someone asks me for help, whether it's in their work or whatever, I might say, yes, I will do it. And then I forget to do it because I'm thinking of so many other things. But I know I will still do it. I just need the person to remind me. When they remind me, I schedule the time, and then we do it right there. Why? Because I told them I will help them with that. Just an example. Number 3, what keeping your word improves as well, it improves the respect. Not only the respect you get from others, but the respect that you have for yourself. When you keep your word and you tell yourself, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. tomorrow morning and I'm going to go to the gym first thing in the morning, and you actually do go to the gym first thing in the morning, what's going to happen is that you're going to start building self-respect. Respect always starts from within. So you're going to start building that respect thermometer within yourself, which is going to allow you to have more dependency on yourself and know that you can rely on yourself, if that makes sense. And then number 4, the last thing, what keeping your word improves is it improves trust. Trust in yourself and trust in other people. People will be able to trust you more when you keep your word to yourself. When you tell people that you are going to do something and they see that you do that thing, they're going to know that whatever comes out of your mouth, like I said before, you will do it, which then allows people to trust you even further. Now, all these things sound so easy. It's 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master, which means that even though you're learning this in a couple minutes, you're going to have to consciously have to apply it every day. Sometimes you might forget, sometimes you might slip up. If you say I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and you go to sleep late at night and you probably oversleep and miss your alarm, whatever, things happen. We're all human. But as long as we constantly try every single day to not only worry about other people, but try and really trust ourselves and keep the words that we say to ourselves at least as a starting point, then we at least put ourselves on a positive trajectory. Now, there's 4 reasons what happens when you don't keep your word. Number 1, your self-confidence and respect for yourself decreases. Self-explanatory. If you don't do the things that you tell yourself you're going to do, your self-confidence and your respect for yourself will decrease. You'll get to a point where your subconscious mind, unconscious mind, all of that is not conscious will start to call BS on everything that you say to yourself. Number 1. Number 2, the trust in yourself decreases, which is attached to the first reason as well. Number 3, you damage your self-image, because the whole goal is to have an identity of integrity and respect. That's what we're all building. So when we are building alliances with friends, when we are building friendships, relationships, when I am building friendships and relationships, I'm always focused on how can I give this guy my most authentic self and really just be genuine with this person, because we live in a world that's so fabricated and people are so fake and there's so much stuff going on. People have agendas, hidden agendas, positive agendas, negative agendas, and just so many things. How can a person stay authentic in a world like this? And that's not a job that you have to take care of. And that's a job that you have to work on every single day, because being real with the people around you is one of the most important things that you can do. Now guys, I'm not talking to you as if I'm perfect at this. I have made my mistakes in this in the past. I have been flawed in this area in the past. I had to come to a realization where I said, I'm done with this. I'm not going to be this and I'm not going to say this. I want to be a person that does this, and then applying it every single day and becoming better and better at it every single day. It's not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to develop, because it is an identity that you choose to embody within yourself. Remember that. It's an identity that you choose to embody within yourself, which means that you have to create that identity over time with spaced repetition, working on those habitual patterns and behaviors. Number 1, and also how you see yourself. If you guys like this video, click the button below, click like. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Comment your thoughts, drop something if you have any cognitions from this, but also share this with someone that you think it will come of value to. The only goal here is to continue to pass on the blessings, especially from the lessons that what I have learned, that I want to share with you, so that you can go on and continue to implement that in your life, so that you can get better results as well, or even just better results than I am getting. So appreciate each and every one of you. Click the button below, comment, and share this with someone that you think it will come of value to.